Someone can love you completely and still not have the skills to love you well. That gap is where most people burn out trying to hold a relationship together alone. The question usually starts out as, do they love me? But eventually, a harder question replaces it. What does being loved by them actually do to you? Because love can't be sustained by intention alone. It's sustained by what it costs you to receive it. Plenty of people can offer affection and sex and companionship and even loyalty without a whole lot of trouble. But what's harder is the labor underneath those things, repairing after a fight, or tolerating the discomfort of being told you've got it wrong, or staying in the room when a conversation gets difficult. That struggle usually traces back further than the relationship itself and how someone was raised to relate to their own emotions. So if you grew up as a guy, you were likely socialized to treat emotional discomfort as something to solve or to exit rather than to move through by yourself or with another person. So when a relationship asks for accountability instead of a fix, that's often where the disappearing act starts. It shows up in other people too, but the root is the same. If you're not good at being with complex feelings, you'll struggle in love and sex and relationships until you build the capacity to stay with them. And some people are excellent partners as long as you're easy, happy, independent, and undemanding. And then the minute you're grieving or anxious or overwhelmed, they pull back, and it's almost never about caring less. It's a capacity issue, the inability to stay present once love gets difficult. And then that becomes the ceiling on the relationship because intimacy isn't built in the easy parts. It's built in what two people can tolerate together when things get uncomfortable. And this is why so many people end up running relationships alone, naming what's wrong, starting the hard conversations, regulating both people's emotions, keeping the whole thing tethered together. It stops feeling like a partnership and starts feeling like parenting. And the sad bit is the people who struggle to love consistently are often the ones who create the most unforgettable moments, the perfect weekends, or the fabulous conversations that cracked you both open. And those moments are real, but if they're the exception and you build your understanding of someone around their best hour instead of their average Tuesday, you end up loyal to hope instead of the person who's actually in front of you. Willingness tells you what someone wants to give you, but capacity tells you what they can actually sustain, and only one of those predicts whether this relationship is going to last.